to Orlando, Florida, the Bounce House, home of the UCF Knights. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Just keeps moving. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. So Boston College's offense will get first crack at it here. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting got these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
Man, it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fakes to grab. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Golden Eagles look to keep this drive humming. He's got it on the right. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Second down coming up. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Off play action on first down. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. The give to the tailback. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like It's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Mayo.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the back. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Touchdown, UCF! A great catch and run for 6. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Off play action. Caught behind the line. It's Jean-Pierre. The bounce house is rolling here on third down, trying to help UCF. From the gun, wants to pass. Works the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. He's got it. He's got great speed. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Period, first down here. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Takes the grab. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Knights! He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quick handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It's complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Got a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that 1st down. This is still the 1st half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Figueroa. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll move the wide receiver. They just keep firing. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Touchdown, UCF! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. Illinois is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up 14 over Ohio State. We've got you covered in this gigantic top 5 matchup, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds his tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Boston College right back to the line. They'll try to get it through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, is the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Golden Eagles in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Golden Eagles line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. Finds a spot in the middle. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The snap sets up the throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
Boston College.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. The Knights line up to punt it away.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. 1st down here for the offense. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Eagles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Boston College. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Let's go! Let's go! Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Wide open downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Figueroa. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Knights will have it 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
The Knights are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Catch in the middle, it's West. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question.
Touchdown, Knights! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Gets away from one. He's got space. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Fires and picked off.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
He leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, UCF! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Breaks into the open. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Boston College! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Rice took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Owls that fired on all cylinders. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Starts a drive trying to go up top. With the catch, it's Jean-Pierre. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Boston College wants to play fast. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
Timeout, UCF.
And it's another 1st and 10 play. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. It's complete to the left. Turning it on. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Knights. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks in a game. Snagged in the middle. It's Jean-Pierre. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. It's complete on the right side. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving from the gun on 3rd down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Give to the running back. There he goes. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCF. Seems a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll start this drive firing. Snagged out of the air.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line.
And that's a first down for the offense.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. He wants a big play here late. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Under fire. He's going to run it. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in. And this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David.